Hi everybody, it's Miss Jessica from the Tech at Lowell Branch Library, and welcome to another Tech STEM Minute. Fall is right around the corner, which means the leaves on most of the trees that we see outside are going to start changing to those spectacular yellows, oranges, and reds we're used to seeing in the fall. Today, we have a little experiment where we're going to take some leaves and we're going to try and see if we can figure out which color those leaves are going to turn this fall. For this experiment, you need some rubbing alcohol, a glass or a jar, a small bowl, some plastic wrap, a paper coffee filter, a spoon, some hot water, which I'll grab in a moment, and last but not least, 3 leaves from the same tree. Our first step in this experiment is going to be to take our leaves and just break it apart into little pieces, just like this. Now that they're all broken up, I'm going to take my glass and get all the leaves right in the bottom of my glass. There we go, that worked. Then I'm going to take my rubbing alcohol and I'm going to pour just enough rubbing alcohol so that it just covers the leaves. So you don't want to put too much in there, but make sure all of your leaves are covered. This part might be a little smelly as well. Then you're going to take your spoon and you're just going to swish and mash all these leaf bits around until you see the liquid in your cup start being tinted with just a little bit of green. And it's good to give them as good of a mashing as you can because this is key to the experiment. All right, I mashed that up for a good few minutes and I can tell I've got a little bit of a greenish tint going on, so I think that's going to be good enough. And the next step is going to be to grab my bowl, place the cup down in the bowl, and this is where my hot water comes in. So I'm gonna go grab that hot water and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back with some hot water that I microwaved for about 2 minutes. Just remember, the water is going to be very, very hot. So be careful when you do this part, and you might wanna ask an adult for help. Now I'm gonna take this hot water and I'm going to carefully, made a little bit of a mess, pour this hot water into my bowl, put my glass back down in there, clean up my little mess, always have a towel on hand. And this is where we get to play a waiting game. We are going to leave this sitting here for about 30 minutes to an hour and come and swish it every few minutes. Okay, I've waited my 30 minutes, so now I'm going to take my plastic wrap off the top and take a look at this. I've swished it a couple times and it's definitely gotten darker. I've got a nice green tint to that liquid now. So I'm going to move this bowl of water to the side, take this glass, set it right there, and then you're going to need a strip of your coffee filter, just like this, about 1 inch or 2 wide, and you're going to take the strip and put it in the cup so that the bottom is touching that liquid and it's hanging over the top just like that. And now we get to play another waiting game. Exciting, right? But I promise it's worth it. So we're going to leave this sitting here for about an hour. We're going to come back to it and we're going to see what our coffee filter strip looks like then. I'll see you guys in an hour. Okay, it's been an hour, so I'm gonna pull out this coffee filter strip and take a look. Oh, very neat. All right, I don't know if you can tell, but I definitely see some green there at the bottom, and I see a nice strip of yellow right above that, which means this tree that I got these leaves from is going to change to yellow come the fall. Pretty cool, right? So how does this experiment tell us what color the leaves are going to change to in the fall? Well, leaves have something called chlorophyll, which is a green pigment that they use to help take sunlight and turn it into food using a process called photosynthesis. This is why most of the plants, or at least their leaves that we see, are so green. Leaves on trees can also contain xanthophylls, carotenoids, and anthocyanins, which are yellow, orange, and red pigments, but all those different colored pigments get covered up by all the green from the chlorophyll. As fall comes and we go into winter and plants start dying or going into their inactive state for the winter season, the chlorophyll breaks down the fastest, which means that green goes away and those bright yellow, red, and oranges are given a short time to shine before the winter. In this experiment, we were able to separate the pigments from the leaves using the alcohol and the hot water to help speed up the process. Then we were able to soak that pigment up through the coffee filter and separate out the different colors, because as it went through the coffee filter, the different colored pigments were traveling different distances. So we were able to see where the green stopped and where the next color moved on above the green. If you would like to learn more about why leaves change color in the fall, or you would like to give this experiment a try yourself at home, I've left the link to the Science Buddies page for this experiment in the description below. Or you can join us on our first monthly STEAM Station program here at the Tech at Lowell Library. It's going to take place right here at the library on September 23rd at 4 p.m. And at this program, you are going to be able to not only do this experiment, but do some other fun leaf-related activities as well. So I hope to see you there. Thanks for joining me today, guys. I'll see you next time.